let's create a lot of buzz around the film.
It's genius.
But not about the film itself, right?
You would have been the light of the day.
It's okay, you're just straight.
Congrats on your little bump.
Harry did not spit on me.
It seems like with every new movie press tour these days, it's either met with controversy, intense speculation, crazy conspiracies, in which leading social media to a complete frenzy. In the last year alone, we've had the wild ride of It Ends With Us promo, which is still an ongoing media crisis. The Wicked press tour, which has been holding space in my brain for so long.
And really holding space with that.
I didn't know that that was happening.
I've seen it, yeah.
That's really powerful.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that was happening.
And now with the new Snow White live-action remake, getting a lot of media coverage on the controversies surrounding the film. That's stated as far back as nearly 3 years ago now.
The film has created quite a bit of controversy since it was announced.
The press tour could get a bit messy considering the relationship that these two have, but in the long run, I feel like it's going to be good press for the film. This household, we stand Rachel Zegler. I love her so much. I think she's super, super talented.
She looking like I should have just ate that apple, bitch.
Be a Disney princess. But at what cost?
With the backlash against the casting of the film and Rachel Zegler for speaking out about her views on the original story, to Disney's decision to change the 7 dwarfs to 7 magical creatures, the backlash of this decision led Disney to portraying them as animated characters instead. And with the most recent discussions around the film being the political views of the main actresses. Due to the seemingly never-ending controversies surrounding this film, Disney decided to scale back the premiere of the movie to a remote castle in Spain, rather than having the usual red carpet premiere, with news journalists not being invited to attend or interview the cast and crew, to what some speculate as being an attempt to avoid uncalled for potential drama. Disney's explanation for the low-key event is that they wanted to make a more celebratory, family-friendly afternoon to match the tone of the target audience for the film. I guess I can understand, but with a movie that's had a $209 million budget, this sort of thing is almost unheard of. But is the box office actually going to be affected by Disney's decision? Or will people see this movie anyway? And this begs the question, is this all a spectacle for entertainment? Any press is good press, right? It's not to say that every press tour is doused in controversy, like the Barbie and Oppenheimer mania of 2023.
Barbenheimer.
The most exciting cinema moment of this year.
This is just such a brilliant marketing moment.
Being an example of a perfectly executed press tour, leading to Barbenheimer becoming a culture phenomenon. The promo for Challengers is also a great example of a good press tour, with the cast showing up in their intentional method dressing, as Law Roach would put it, to match the wardrobe of the film. Posing for photos, getting interviewed, being friendly, saying what they need to say, and then just going home. It's when it becomes less about the movie and more about the drama when it gets really interesting. It seems like over the last couple of years, promos for movies are becoming more and more talked about than the actual movie itself. Whether it's relationship rumors, cast fallouts, lack of media training, or just seeing your idols interact together. As we all know, social media feeds off of drama. So is this all part of the marketing strategy itself? To answer this, we first need to understand what is the press tour for and how has it changed? A press tour is a PR event, aka a public relation event, with the primary goal being to promote TV show, movie, product, project, to connect with audiences, build relationships with media outlets, boost the actor's relevance, and most importantly, create buzz and hype to increase social media discussion, news outlets, and overall interest. This can be done in the form of interviews, organised gatherings, press junkets, red carpets, meet and greets, which is partly why you may get bombarded with content over a certain person all at once. In the pre-internet era, studios would spread the word of upcoming films via press kits, which could include press release about the film, synopsis of the film, promotional photos, and anything that the press may want, with the goal being for them to pass it on to the general public. Promotional press content related to new movies on social media has exploded the way of marketing a film. via TikToks, trends, and new forms of interviews like Chicken Shop Date, Hot Ones, and influencer collabs. Also, the traditional talk show appearance is now uploaded onto YouTube, in which helps the spread of information a lot quicker. So understanding all that, does it benefit from a little drama?
Yeah. Cheers. What a morning.
Movie press tours have always been surrounded in drama, with some actors who consider publicity annoying, like Cillian Murphy, who thinks it's a broken model, or others who use it to their advantage, like Sydney Sweeney and Glenn Powell, who seemingly pushed and leaned into the dating rumours to help promote their film Anyone But You, which worked extremely well.
So I've been watching videos about PR celebrity relationships, like fake staged relationships for publicity. And even as I'm learning more about them, a part of my heart is like, this can't be true.
For me personally, the first time I heard about a movie via the wild press tour was the 2022 film Don't Worry Darling.
You know, my favorite thing about the movie is like it feels like a movie. It feels like a real, like, you know, go to the theater film movie.
In 2022, the press tour for Don't Worry Darling began, fueled with tension between almost everyone. The drama surrounding the tour involved scenarios like the recasting of lead actor Shia LaBeouf with Harry Styles, dating rumours of the director Olivia Wilde and lead actor Harry Styles, Florence Pugh not being on the same page as director, Florence Pugh not promoting the film with the cast. Actor Shia LaBeouf responded to the assertions that he had been fired. Many noticed that Florence Pugh and Olivia Wilde were never photographed next to each other at the premiere, and Harry Styles allegedly spat on Chris Pine.
Some people think this viral clip shows Harry spitting on Chris.
Blink and you'll miss it. The moment has been reviewed from different angles.
Harry did not spit on me.
But despite all that, the film ended up bringing home $87.6 million on a $30 million budget. And many have said this is partly due to the spectacle of the press run. A media-based analyst says, controversy or behind-the-scenes drama only serves to heighten the awareness and raise the profile of the movie. If Pugh hadn't caused a frenzy by missing the press conference, or the theory that Harry Styles had spit on co-star Chris Pine, I don't think the movie would be on the radar, he says. Which is a great point. If you look at last year's press run for It Ends With Us, it follows a very similar pattern of cast fallout, social media scrutiny, actors on different pages, missing co-stars. The film also had a lot of discourse on the way it was promoted, with the two main actors promoting it in completely different ways, leading it to become an explosive online discussion, ruining reputations, and it's still going on, turning now into a legal battle. But after all that, did it make people see the film? Yes, the film made a whopping $351 million. I share both these examples as a way of explaining that even though they are classified as a demonstration of a failed, chaotic, career-harming situation, but did they technically do what they were intending? Technically, yes. I guess at the end of the day, they did make people see the film. At the end of last year, we also had the press tour for Wicked, and even though it wasn't doused in loads of controversy and drama, it did end up becoming viral on social media for how Ariana and Cynthia were acting in interviews and getting very emotional. But it's kind of iconic, so I feel like it works. The reason I wanted to discuss this topic is after all the light of Disney making the premiere of Snow White in a smaller venue with less people and media outlets, I got to thinking, why over the last few years movie press tours have become so wild and drama-ridden? Maybe the fact that Disney did this in a smaller venue is a way of protecting themselves from the media. So I just wanted to quickly pop in and say something that I forgot to say when I was filming the other day. I think another reason that interviews have got so much more drama-ridden or crazy, the rise of like authenticity. It's only fairly recently that people have been more outspoken in interviews, especially women. The earliest example I can kind of think of someone being said that they have no media training is probably Jennifer Lawrence. All her movie press runs, falling out the Oscars and everything. And it was very unheard of at the time. That's why it was such a big deal, like the way she was acting. Another example I could probably think of is Angelina Jolie when she was younger. There's probably a lot more, but over the last few years, authenticity is definitely something that's more of a want, especially with AI. People just want to see real people these days. I believe that celebrities and that don't really care about their public image as much, as long as they're representing their beliefs and values. They'd rather, say their opinions than just keep quiet when, they used to be taught how to carefully create their own image. That's kind of what I wanted to add. And I know this video is a lot more like informative. I feel like it's very like serious. So I just wanted to add a little bit in where I'm a bit more like not serious. Okay, so I asked on my Instagram, I often do post these little questions and I'm a lot more like active on there like through the day. So I asked why people think this is, and all the answers were very interesting with the majority of people, or what I gathered from what people were saying, is that pretty much the controversies and drama is the promo. With people more interested in the product or movie or whatever you're trying to push, even if it is bad, becoming more invested in the drama and the actors than the actual movie itself. So question of the comments today is, do you think that the drama is intentional? Thank you so much for watching, everyone, and I will see you in my next video. Bye. Also, are you going to go see Snow White?